Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come to stay. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come to stay. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to shout harder than the street light.
And welcome in everybody to Bishop Luers Field here on the campus of Bishop Luers High School for today's contest between the Class 4A number 7 ranked Bishop Dwenger Saints, entering with a 4-2 overall record, 3-1 in conference play. Last time out, the Saints traveled to 6A Northrop and lost 21-18, a game that was decided in the final fourth quarter. Taking on here their counterparts, the Bishop Luers Knights, Class 3A number 9 ranked. Bishop Luers on a 3-game win streak here with a 3-3 overall record, 3-1 in conference play, having come off a 42-0 win at Concordia a week ago. Folks, my name is Jeff Mahoney, bringing you tonight's game. And we do have the Bishop Luers media class on camera here. So for Bishop, Dwenger coming in with a tough defense. Dwenger last week before that game against Northrop averaging just 5 points a game after giving up the 21 points. Now they're averaging 8 points a contest while scoring 20 points. That was the first time this year that Dwenger had given up a touchdown to an Indiana high school team. In week number 2, they did beat St. Francis de Sales out of Ohio 31-15. That was the start of a 4-game win streak for the Saints. It's been a tough schedule, too, when they've taken on Carroll High School, getting the win 9-6, then hosting Homestead, then taking on Northrop, and now at Luers, and hosting Snyder next week will be the Saints. So a tough part of their schedule for sure for head coach Jason Garrett, who's in his 8th year at the school, 64 wins to just 28 losses. Taking on this Bishop Luers squad that's coached by Kyle Lindsay, who's in his 13th year at the school. Kyle's got 98 wins and 68 losses. He's taken this squad to the state championship game the past 2 seasons. Bishop Luers winning it 2 years ago in 2023, 40-3 over North Posey. And then last year, the 38-15 loss against Heritage Hills in the state championship game. Bishop Luers also playing for state in the 2020 season.
Welcome to the field.
A certainly special year here for Bishop Luers. So now Bishop Luers set to take the field here. Bishop Dwenger already on their sideline. Coach Kyle Lindsay talking about rattling off 3 straight wins. And Coach Lindsay says, we've been a physical football team all year. That much hasn't changed. The biggest difference the last few weeks has been the improved play from the young skill position players on offense. Their confidence is much stronger, and the mistakes are fewer. They've also found some offensive flow behind the play of their big offensive line. The ability to run the ball has allowed the Knights to open up the pass game via play action. Talking about those 2 running backs, they're both sophomores. TJ Epperson goes 5'8", 175, averaging 6.9 yards per carry. He has 4 touchdowns on the season, 3 100-yard rushing games. The other running back is sophomore Brandon Gaither, who's averaging 4.8 yards per carry with 3 touchdowns on the season. As both teams send their captains to the middle of the field. Number 1 for Bishop Luers is Mikhail Woodson, one of the top defensive backs in the SAC the past 3 years. Number 99, Jaron Taylor for Bishop Luers. Number 9 is A.J. Shefferly, who had a big touchdown run last week for the Saints, along with Houston Ellinger, another bright spot on the offense. Both of those guys can line up in the offensive backfield at the same time to really give you a heavy package. So Bishop Luers has won the coin flick. They'll defer to the second half, so the Saints will receive. Also out there for Bishop Luers is the offensive lineman Zach Wall, along with number 3, that's Braden Migrant, the linebacker.
Bishop Luers is a proud all-natural grass field.
Dougie Henry was out there along with Jackson Parrish.
He's the grandfather of alumnus Ronnie Williams and Channing Williams and current center Jaden Bryant. Before our national anthem, we're going to have a brief moment of silence and then go to our national anthem in memory of David Perry.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
So a beautiful rendition there of the national anthem put on by the choir
Please
for
remain
Bishop
standing
Luers.
and remove your hat for a prayer for tonight's Battle of the Bishops game.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Good Father in heaven, we give you thanks for all your many blessings. We thank you tonight especially for this beautiful evening. We ask your special blessing upon all these athletes, that they might play their best, be protected from any injury and harm, and always to play with the spirit of sportsmanship. And we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
So there we go, the opening prayer, and we're almost set for the opening kickoff. Once again, Bishop Dwenger,
Kevin Mann.
Bishop Luers winning the flip and deciding to defer to the second half. So the Saints will come out with their returners. Leading the way for Bishop Dwenger on the kickoff return team is Nicholas O'Keefe, the junior who wears number 12. O'Keefe averaging 23.3 yards per return. Looks like in the center for Bishop Dwenger will be number 5, Zion Bungwe. The junior, 5'9", 175, had a nice return last week against the Northrop Bruins. Kicking it off for Bishop Luers, it's number 38, Brady Krause, a sophomore, 5'10", 135 pounds. Krause, who has 18 kickoffs on the year with 1 touchback. Also back deep to return for the Saints. Looks to be number 3. That is Nick O'Keefe. The Battle of the Bishops here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on a beautiful Friday night. One of the last fields in Fort Wayne to still have the natural grass surface. On the varsity level, they are the only ones left.
For the kickoff, here we go. Friday Night Lights, Bishop style.
We got O'Keefe and Carter Zent, as well as it's going to be a little squibber up the guts, picked up by Doug Henry. Henry getting upfield and will drag tacklers all the way to the 45-yard line.
Henry takes the kickoff up to the 46.
That's Doug Henry, the star linebacker for Bishop Dwenger. Actually leads the squad in tackles with 65 on the year. Henry can also run the rock for you, 4 carries for 16 yards, entering today with a reception for 12 yards under his belt. This is the big defensive line here for the Knights, led by Jaron Taylor and Ale Taylor. Jaron with multiple D1 scholarship offers already. And the Saints are going to start with trips on the tops of your screen. Wide receiver on the bottom is number 12, Max Jordan. And faking the handoff there is Henry Jordan going around the right side, and we do have a flag on the play in the area of holding.
Henry Jordan on the scamper for about 13.
Henry Jordan, 11 carries for 11 yards, entering today's contest with a long of 6. He does have 2 touchdowns on the ground. We'll see what the flag is here. And it will be holding called against the Saints.
Against the Saints.
Starting quarterback Henry Jordan last week, completing 5 of 18 passes for 43 yards. Against Northrop, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the season, he's thrown for 398 yards, completing 44% of his passes.
A couple yards behind the line of scrimmage makes it 1st and 12. We'll replay the down.
So it's going to be 1st down and 12 here for the Saints. Great offensive line, averaging 261 a man. So this time they got Russell up top with trips on the bottom of your screen. Colin Campbell, the sophomore running back. That's A.J. Shefferly in the backfield. Quick throw, and it is caught. That's number 11, Beckham Russell. Russell, 21 receptions for 219 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns.
2 brings up second down, 2nd and 9.
Take another look here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. This is a good way to get your senior quarterback comfortable in this game. Finding Russell in the flats there, doing a good job of making the first man miss. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 here for the Saints. Busting it out wide. That is number 36. One man to beat, and he will be chopped down. That's Colin Campbell, the sophomore running back.
Saints gets all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Great job of blocking there by the
take over, continue 1st and 10.
Saints offensive line as we take another look at it here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Just collapsing the left side of that D-line, and Campbell does the rest. Nice saving tackle there for Bishop Luers, number 17, Jackson Hill. That brings up 1st down and 10 for Bishop Luers. Taking it himself is Jordan. Coming up with a big hit, that's number 18.
Zone number. Good for about 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
So I'll bring up 2nd down and 5 here for the Saints on their opening drive. The offensive line led by Andrew Tryon at 6'4", 295. He's heading to Eastern Michigan. Lewis Morris, 6'2", 255. Vance Dippenbrock at 5'10", 245. Isaac Moga and Noah Weimer. Handoff goes to big A.J. Shefferly. Shefferly, who averages 5.5 yards per carry, had the first touchdown of the game last week for Bishop Dwenger.
Bishop Dwenger with the 1st down.
Shefferly carrying it 10 times for 79 yards with a long of 39, that big touchdown run. So the Saints pick up another 1st down here. And it looked like it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11, so they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. Shefferly going to stay in the backfield with trips to the top of your screen. Henry Jordan out of the shotgun. Quick throw. Once again, 2 wide receivers in the area. That was Nick O'Keefe hauling that ball in, number 3. O'Keefe, a junior at 5'11", 165.
Gain about 6, brings up 2nd. We'll call it 5. 2nd and 5.
So it is looking like 2nd and 5 here for Bishop Dwenger on their opening drive. Really not getting slowed down at all on this opening drive have been the Saints. Isaac Moga, the right guard, goes 6'2", 260. Noah Weimer at 6'4", 250. He's only a junior. 2 in the backfield now as it's Campbell and Shefferly. Campbell going to take the handoff right up the gut, and he's right at that 1st down marker, the 1-yard line.
Jerron Taylor with the tackle.
Entering the game here as Jaron Taylor made the tackle for Bishop Luers.
It's the ball down to about the 1.
Amarion Turner Dunbar,
3rd and 1.
A junior defensive lineman at 5'8", 320. Getting stout there with the D-line. Ale Taylor going to go the side of his brother, Jaron. And that's Houston Ellinger looking to get into the end zone and cannot. Loss of forward progress will take him back to the 1-yard line, the initial line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play, brings up 4th down.
You get the big guys, Darius and Nick Holly, in there. The interior defensive tackles, it is hard to push back right there. So you see Shefferly scrape to the left-hand side. And they're going to say 4th and 1. Not sure who called the timeout there, but folks, today's game is brought to you by Big Eye Fish. Been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eye Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. As the chain gain is out there right now, and they're going to say they are short, so it'll remain at 4th and inches. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenweilerContracting.com. So here it'll be 4th down and inches for the Saints on their opening drive. Campbell and Shefferly in the backfield. Jordan in between. No tight end into the game here for the Saints. They're going to hand it off to Colin Campbell, and he looks like he is in for 6. First points of this game go to the Bishop Dwenger Saints, who lead it 6-0.
Campbell burrows in for a touchdown for Dwenger.
So in to attempt the PAT is Lucas Nguyen, the great place kicker. Nguyen, who kicked a 53-yard field goal against Northrop,
for the conversion,
breaking his own SAC record of 52 yards. PATs on the season, he is 12 of 13.
The conversion is good, making your score Bishop Dwenger 7, Bishop Luers 0.
11 of 12. So Colin Campbell marching it in easily there for the Saints, picking up the first 6 points of the game.
21 and older are invited to join us for the annual Men's Night and Smoker under the big tent near the football grotto and practice field. The event takes place Saturday night, October 18th, with USC versus Notre Dame on the big screen TV. A Mass in Luers Chapels will begin at 5:45 with festivities underway at 7 p.m. Tickets include adult beverages and food for only $25. All proceeds help support the Bishop Luers athletics programs. See Chris Bro roaming the crowd tonight. Buy your ticket or contact the athletic office or one of our many ticket captain sellers. Tickets will be available at the door as well. Men's Night, Saturday, October 18th. Invite your friends and we'll see you there.
You know, talking to Coach Garrett after the loss last week, he said, we consistently preach process throughout the season. We learned a great deal on Friday as regards to the vital importance of winning the line of scrimmage, limiting turnovers and penalties, and the importance of all three facets working together and executing all three facets, being offense, defense, and special teams here for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Back deep to return it, Brendan Gaither, as that will be a touchback for Lucas Nguyen and the Saints. Nguyen with 19 touchbacks
from the 20-yard line
on the season. So at any point, if they want to start you out at the 20-yard line, they absolutely can with Lucas Nguyen. Last week, they are opting to kick off to Davion Surrey, the return man for the Bruins. And eventually in that game, it was D. Hogue with a big kickoff return for Northrop. So Bishop Luers is going to bring out Knox Johnson, sophomore quarterback, 6'1", 160 pounds. Johnson did not start the season as a starting quarterback, but has started the last few games here for the Knights, including last week against Concordia. Under center, the handoff's going to go to T.J. Epperson, the sophomore
dives ahead for 2, brings up second and 8
running back. Epperson goes 5'8", 175, entering today with a team best 544 yards rushing on 79 carries, 109 yards per game. It's got a long of 40. Once again, 3 100-yard gains on the season. Bishop Luers' offensive line averaging 290 a man. Mayante Williams, the left tackle, Josh Morkin, Zach Wall, Quentin Price, and Jonas Moya. Moya, who just picked up a scholarship offer to West Virginia to go with Cincinnati and a bevy of others. And it goes out to Ale Taylor. Pass is complete.
Taylor on their reception takes it
for
out
the
to
first
the
down.
33-yard line for a Bishop Luers first down.
Ale Taylor seeing his first action at tight end last week, had 2 receptions for 64 yards. including a big touchdown reception for head coach Kyle Lindsey. Bishop Dwenger linebackers Cooper Campbell, Casey Piper, and Doug Henry. Piper and Henry being the seniors. Wide receiver at the top of your screen is Darion Carswell, the senior for Bishop Luers. Johnson with the handoff goes to Epperson, looking to get around the right side and is met immediately. Houston Ellinger coming up with the stop for Bishop Dwenger.
Epperson on the carry for the Knights.
It's a big collision around the right edge as we take another look at it on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay.
Second and 8.
Epperson getting around the edge, and right there, that collision with Houston Ellinger, and Ellinger is going nowhere. There's a stalemate there in the lane. So that's a gain of about 2 yards for the speedy sophomore. Carswell, your wide receiver up top. In the slot is number 8, Noah Nieves. Johnson, another handoff goes to Epperson with a big hole, breaks one tackle, midfield over the 50, taken down to the 47-yard line of the Saints.
T.J. Epperson on the carry for a Bishop Luers first down.
Great job there by Epperson, finding the hole and bursting through that hole. You can see the burst of speed here by number 19 right there as he cuts it back across the grain. The one-arm tackle's not going to bring down the speedy sophomore, number 19, T.J. Epperson. So now it's Brendan Gaither in the backfield, who wears number 26, also a sophomore. Empty backfield as Gaither's about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. Knox rolling off to his right on the play-action pass. And we do have a flag looking like the area of holding.
Knox scrambles, flag down on the field.
So Knox once been doing a good job with this offense. As we talked to Coach Kyle Lindsey, he said he just needs his sophomores to facilitate the game. They don't need to win the game for this Bishop Luers Knights squad. We're happy with the progression of both QBs. They push each other every day while not allowing the competition to fracture their relationship as friends. Both have grown in confidence, something absolutely needed at the QB position, whether you're a sophomore or not. The game has slowed down a bit for them from where we were at the start of the season. So that's Coach Kyle Lindsey talking about his sophomore QBs progressing nicely here. Remember, Carson Clark, one of the best to ever do it in the SAC, started as a sophomore, and it was never easy sailing. Handoff up the middle is Gaither. He will be tackled on the play by number 4, Cooper Campbell.
Gaither drives ahead for 3, brings up 3rd and 7 for the Knights.
Campbell entering today with 45 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, and 1 forced fumble. This Bishop Dwenger linebacking unit is strong, as they primarily are year in, year out. We saw Casey Piper last week with a blocked PAT attempt. Piper entering today with 62 tackles, 13.5 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 7 QB hurries. Brendan Gaither just offset left of Knox Johnson, trips to the top of your screen. Johnson looking that direction, has a man, and that throw just a little bit low, intended for number 6. That's Rory Kelly. Kelly, another great player, a part of this sophomore class. Looking at John Harrell, they have picked Bishop Dwenger to win this game 24-7 over Bishop Luers.
Jackson Hill, back to punt.
In the past 40 years, Bishop Dwenger holding a 28-12 advantage. Jackson Hill with a beautiful punt all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Punt carries about down to the 10, no return.
Punt of about 46 yards on the play. 36 yards. So Bishop Dwenger offense going to come out for the second time in this game. First time it was Colin Campbell taking it in from 2 yards out. It'll be Henry Jordan. Offset left will be A.J. Shefferly, who goes 6 foot, 195 pounds. Handoff goes to Shefferly, and he is stopped right away. That is Danny Arnold, number 5.
Arnold going to host the Knights on the tackle.
Arnold, a senior linebacker, 5'11",
5'11",
205 pounds, entering today with 26 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 1 sack. He's got 2 fumble recoveries and a forced fumble on the season. Braden Migrant, your middle linebacker, the senior at 5'9", 185. Second on the team with 35 tackles. Jordan, flushed out of the pocket, being chased from behind, has a man on the sideline. That pass intended for Nick O'Keefe.
Jordan's pass falls incomplete, brings up third down. 3rd and 7 for the Saints.
Pressure being applied there by Ale Taylor. Ale coming from the bottom of your screen. Ale, who wears number 7, leads the team in QB hurries on the season, as you see him pursuing from the backside. Ale Taylor with 11 tackles for a loss, 4 QB hurries, 25 tackles this year. Nice timing pattern as O'Keefe slips 2 tacklers, now busted out wide. A great block downfield. With the block for Bishop Luers, that was number 11, Beckham Russell.
Rory Kelly knocks Russell out of bounds, but not after a gain to the 33.
So we'll take another look here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Great job of getting over there by O'Keefe, slipping 2 tacklers and gets out wide. Knocked out right around the 34-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Saints from the Knights 33. Colin Campbell in the backfield. No, that's Shefferly, lead blocking for Jordan. And we got a flag on the plays. That was Braden Migrant coming up with the stop. It's holding called against Bishop Luers. Here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. And it looks like the hold. Not sure if that was on Ale Taylor.
Saints. Be a 10-yard march off from the spot of the foul, taking the ball back to the 23-yard line.
So now it's spotted at the 23 of Bishop Dwenger. It's going to bring up 1st down and about 19 yards here for the Saints in their second offensive possession of the game. Working on the edge for Bishop Luers is Caden Harrison-Smith wearing number 4. And QB keeper up the gut. Jordan's going to get some of that lost yardage
Jordan
back.
Straight ahead, met by a host of Knights for a short gain.
Gain of about 4 yards
Brings
on
up
the play.
2nd and 16.
So it'll be 2nd and 16 here for the Saints. A lot of games going on across the Summit City here on Summit City Sports. It's Northside at Southside, East Noble at Columbia City, Northrop at Snyder, and Concordia at Wayne. Some good games there. 2 running backs in the backfield with Jordan as the handoff's going to go to Colin Campbell. Campbell met after a short gain there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 for Bishop Dwenger.
Gain of about 3 brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
Here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Campbell following his lead blockers right there. Once he got to the 2nd level, nowhere else to go. Looks like that was number 50 getting in on the action for the Knights. Darius Holly, the defensive tackle. Darius, I shouldn't say true freshman, but a freshman here for Coach Lindsay. Both he and Nick Holly are brothers.
Flag. Offsides. Saints.
Offsides called against the Saints here.
Makes it 3rd and 16.
Offensive offsides.
Down.
Last year, in the 8-0 victory for Bishop Dwenger, these two teams combining for 172 penalty yards. Once again, it was Dwenger getting the 8-0 lead over the Knights a year ago. So after the 5-yard penalty, it's 3rd down and 16 in a sequence that has taken a while. It does believe A.J. Shefferly, plenty of room to run. And now they're going to call the hold on number 12. Looks like Max Jordan.
At the 41-yard line, but we do have another flag down.
So Shefferly just coming up short there on the big run. As holding once again called against the Saints.
Against the Saints. 10-yard march off from the spot of the foul.
Checking in for Bishop Luers, number 54. Quentin Price, a senior.
The ball back to the 27-yard line.
Price goes 6'2", 275. Out there with Darius Holly, Ale, and Jaron Taylor. Coach Lindsay talking about the brothers. He said both are very good athletes for 250-plus pound teenagers. Talking about Darius and Nick Holly. So it's 3rd down and 16 for the Saints. Trips to the top of your screen. Jordan going to fake that way, setting up the running back screen. That's A.J. Shefferly making his way to the 35-yard line before getting stuffed by the Knights. In on the stop was number 17, Jackson Hill
on the tackle,
along with Danny Arnold.
4th down.
Number 5. So in to punt it here for Bishop Dwenger. Lucas Nguyen, who averages 37.5 yards per punt. And folks, that's going to do it for the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Indiana High School football here on Summit City Sports. Stick with us, everybody. We got a good one here from Luers Field.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Welcome back, everybody, to start the second quarter there. It's Lucas Nguyen back to punt it. The up man is Houston Ellinger, who caught a direct snap last week on the punt attempt and took it for a fake punt first down. Nguyen, as that'll be fair catch was waived. Good bounce here for the Saints. Finally getting away from it there. Number 6, Rory Kelly. Kelly, Brandon Gaither, your primary punt returners.
Found at the 15-yard line, where the Knights will take over 1st and 10.
So Bishop Luers with their second offensive possession of the game here for the sophomore quarterback, Knox Johnson. That freshman class last year was a dandy for Bishop Luers. They're going to start off with Epperson in the backfield. Carswell, the lone wide receiver on the bottom of your screen. Tight formation with dual tight ends. Johnson under center. We got a false start. I believe that's going to go against the right tackle, Moya.
They'll start the Knights. There'll be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
So they'll back up Bishop Luers 5 yards to their own 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 15. Carswell once again, wide receiver coming out in the bottom of your screen. Single man coverage on Carswell. It's number 17 for Bishop Dwenger, George Hackman, the cornerback. Johnson hands it off. Epperson escapes another tackle down the sideline, knocked out about the 34-yard line for Epperson.
To the 34-yard line. And the Bishop Luers 1st down.
So a big play on the gain by T.J. Epperson. Gain of about 24 yards. As you can see, they had the Saints spread out nicely. Epperson escaping the arm tackle right there. Beautiful block downfield and pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line, where Bishop Luers will have it 1st and 10 from their own. Once again, a bunch formation here with tight ends, about 3 of them to the top of your screen. Pulling is the offensive line. Brennan Gaither takes the first big hit. That was Gunnar McCarthy coming up with the stop. McCarthy, another one of these linebackers, just hits you with extreme force. McCarthy can also be a lead blocker for you in the offensive backfield. Carswell going to check out of the game. Into the game will be Noah Nieves.
Holding. Backs the ball up to the 24-yard line.
Holding going to be called against Bishop Luers. 10-yard penalty going to bring up 1st down and 20 for the Knights. Bishop Luers last time out getting a huge victory on this field in 2 overtimes, beating Northside 31-28. Nowhere to go is Dougie Henry in the backfield with the stop. Henry bursting through that line of scrimmage. We talked about him earlier as the team's leading tackler.
2nd and 20.
See him there on the bottom of your screen, just reads it. Gaither has been used to that all season long. The Knights opening up at Leo, losing it 14-7, then at Andrean, taking the loss 13-0. In both of those games, though, the defensive line doing a good job of getting pressure in the offensive backfield. A lot of times, Gaither would have to escape a few tackles before getting going.
Timeout on the field, Bishop Luers.
So that timeout going to be called against Bishop Luers. Folks, today's game is brought to you by Summit Volleyball. They train and build the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or other criminal accusations, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Back to the action will be 2nd down and 20 for Bishop Luers. Johnson now out of the shotgun. Has Gaither offset left, rolling to his right, looking downfield on his first progression, and has a catch. That's Noah Nieves.
Pass caught by Neves.
Nieves with his first reception of the game.
Reception to the 39-yard line.
Great read there by Johnson as Nieves was able to work his way free. Now 3rd down and 6, ball placed at the 38-yard line of Bishop Luers. Once again, getting it over midfield in their first possession, a possession that did result in a punt. Need 6 yards here to pick up the first down. Single safety deep for Bishop Luers. Another flag on the play, and that was a forward pass. Incomplete.
Flag down on the play.
This is a flag going to go against Bishop Luers most likely. Looking like the Saints going to decline this penalty, putting Luers in a punting situation here on 4th and 6. Remember, folks, Bishop Luers will get the ball to start the second half. And it is a false start called against Luers.
Penalty is declined, brings up 4th down.
So Coach Garrett and the Saints not going to mess around with this one. Jackson Hill back to punt it. Hill averaging
Jackson Hill in the punt for the Knights.
37.6 yards per punt. And gets a worm burner off. There will be no return on this one, but a great roll for Bishop Luers all the way to the 15-yard line. As that ball was down by number 36.
The Saints will take over 1st and 10.
That's Owen Weaver on the punt team. Owen listed as a junior wide receiver defensive back going.
Hey, Bishop Luers fans,
5'8",
21 and older, invited to join us for the
145.
annual Men's Night and Smoker under the big tent near the football grotto and practice field. This event takes place Saturday night, October 18th, with USC and Notre Dame on the big screen TV. A mass in the Bishop Luers Chapel will begin at 5:45 with festivities underway at 7. Tickets include adult beverages and food for only $25. See you there.
They always do a great job here with the carnival-type atmosphere behind the stadium. As it's Jordan out with the Saints on 1st down and 10. Scraping from behind, that was Ale Taylor with the tackle.
Ale Taylor with the tackle. Ball be placed back at the 15-yard line. No gain. 2nd down.
Taylor scraping right down the offensive line there from his right defensive end position where he was unblocked. Remember, Ale Taylor going 6'3", 215 pounds. His brother Jaron, 6'2", 265. Brings up 2nd down and 10 after the no gain. Shefferly and Campbell in the backfield. Play action pass. Jordan looking for a man downfield. Good coverage on the play by Nieves.
That brings up 3rd down.
That pass intended for Beckham Russell. So they bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Saints here. Their 3rd possession in this game. Mikhail Woodson, safety back deep for the Knights. Jackson Hill, your other safety. Both had outstanding games at Andrean earlier this year in week number 2. Jordan setting up the screen, and that was nearly intercepted by Braden Migrant.
Pass almost complete to Braden Migrant, but falls incomplete for 4th down.
So that was a great read by Braden Migrant, the middle linebacker. When those offensive linemen let go and let everybody run free, you do not have an opening to the quarterback. You're actually being played. Migrant read that one out and stayed put and was able to pass defend the screen pass. So Nguyen back there with the punt. Rory Kelly back deep for Bishop Luers. And a high punt. Kelly with a smart fair catch.
Kelly fields the punt at the 43-yard line where the Knights will take over 1st and 10.
So once again, that's the second time we've seen Rory Kelly look to flash the fair catch and run up to field that one, which is going to make your punter and the special teams coach extremely happy. We saw what happened last time. The ball hit the turf after the Saints punt as it rolled about 12 yards the opposite direction. Great field position, best field position in this game for Bishop Luers. They're going to start off 1st and 10 from the Saints' 42-yard line. Johnson under center. So the handoff's going to go to Epperson, met right away in the backfield. That is big number 58, Andrew Tryon.
No room for Epperson. Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Tryon at 6'4", 295. Bursting through for the 2-yard loss. Take another look on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Tryon once again is committed to play at Eastern Michigan. And I just heard the other day on Fox Radio, Eastern Michigan called the 13th year school. So you got your 12th year in high school. They call Eastern Michigan the 13th year school. 2nd and 12 for Bishop Luers. Epperson getting to the second level and then some over the 30 to the 29-yard line. Gain of about 15 on the play.
Epperson drives forward to the 30-yard line. And a Bishop Luers first down.
You can see here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay that Epperson is absolutely shot out of a cannon when he takes this handoff from Knox Johnson. Did a great job of slipping the tackler, who was number 17, George Hackman, the cornerback. These cornerbacks are not scared to come up and pop you for Bishop Dwenger. Epperson just eludes it very easily. Brings up 1st down and 10 now for Bishop Luers. Johnson hands it off. We're going the other way as Epperson cuts it up the middle. He'll be wrestled down around the 20-yard line.
Epperson drives forward to the 21.
Gain of about
8 brings up 2nd and 2 for the Knights.
I call that a 8-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 2 now from the Saints' 22-yard line. Heavy dosage of Terrence Epperson, one of the fastest players in Northeast Indiana. That's number 19, the sophomore, Epperson. Single back is once again, they're going to play this tight formation. Epperson up the gut, leaves his feet, and finally brought back down to earth as loss of forward progress takes him to the 16.
Bishop Luers first down.
The tight end in mention was Isaac Schreiber, whereas number 85 does the senior at 6'1", 180 pounds. Schreiber with 3 receptions for 25 yards on the year, an average of 8.3 yards per reception. He does have 1 2-point conversion under his belt. 1st down and 10 for Bishop Luers.
Timeout on the field. Bishop Luers timeout.
So the Knights will take this timeout.
Fans, please take note of the banners on the chain link fence in front of you. These are sponsors of the Bishop Luers Athletics program. Our athletics would not be possible without
Once again, visit online.sf.edu
their businesses.
For the University of St. Francis online degree programs. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are La Una.
Some area scores.
Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. And today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So on 1st and 10, Epperson around the left side. Gets right past Hackman again. Pushed out right around the 5-yard line.
Drives down to about the 8-yard line. Gain of, we'll call it 8.
So that'll be second down and 2 here for the Knights.
3 for the Knights.
Bishop Luers looking to get its first points of the game. Knox Johnson once again listed at 6'1", 160. 3 touchdowns on the season, 2 interceptions. Epperson in the backfield. Dual tight ends at the top of your screen. Epperson drug down after a short gain of about a yard.
Forward to the 15.
And it looks like that is going to be a first down here.
Luers, first down.
So it will be first and goal from the 5-yard line for Bishop Luers. That's Schreiber and Ale Taylor, your right tight ends. Another timeout being taken by Bishop Luers. We'll take one with them. You're watching Indiana High School football here on Summit City Sports.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Great atmosphere here at Bishop Luers High School. Luers Field. Both stands are absolutely packed. Thought about Dwenger had a good crowd last week as well at Spooler Stadium. Spooler just a little bit bigger than the away stands over here. We do have first down and goal with the ball at the 5-yard line here for Bishop Luers. Johnson under center. Danny Arnold in along with Ale Taylor as blockers on the left side. Epperson going to go that direction. Great job by this Saints defense. Walling Epperson off. I believe that was number 9, A.J. Shefferly.
Epperson on the carry, no gain.
Take another look at it
from the 5.
On the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Check on the left side of your screen right there. That was a great job by Shefferly defeating the block, getting in the backfield. Sometimes you don't have to make the tackle to be disruptive. That's what Shefferly was on that play. Turning Epperson back in to where he had a lot of support. Going to bring up second down and goal now from the 5-yard line. 4:20 and counting. Epperson once again nowhere to go. This time he was stood up by...
Epperson stood up again for no gain. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
That was Shefferly again, number 9, A.J. Shefferly. Shefferly, who's listed as a defensive end here for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. You can see this time coming from the middle of your screen. As there's Shefferly right there making the stop, and actually he's out of his right defensive end position. Shefferly is a big athletic defensive end that goes 6 foot 195, entering today with 8 tackles for a loss and 5.5 sacks. Brendan Gaither now into the game for Bishop Luers.
Timeout on the field. Bishop Luers, timeout.
Another timeout gonna be called. Bishop Luers has rolled with this tight formation here with double tight ends, a wing and a tight end as well. We've seen Danny Arnold, Rory Kelly, Ale Taylor, along with Isaac Schreiber, bolstering up this offensive line. Like Coach Lindsay said, they are a physical team this year, and they're going to continue to play physical ball. When asked about Bishop Dwenger, Coach Lindsay said, "This is arguably the best defense we will have seen to this point. They are very quick and athletic up front and cause a lot of havoc with their jumps off the ball and their linebackers' abilities to time up snap counts. Their box play on that right side of the ball is second to none of any team we've seen this year." And that includes an Andrean team that had a pretty good defense as well. We have to keep them off balance and give our offensive line a chance to establish themselves up front. That's head coach Kyle Lindsay talking about this Bishop Dwenger squad. And now the Knights are going to spread it out a little bit. Gaither takes the handoff, has a cut, spins, and he's in. Is that 6? Looking for the official signal. And he might be short. It did look like Braden Migrant off the spin was able to get in, but they're going to say he is short. Take another look on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay.
He's up 4th and about 18 inches.
There's Gaither about 8 yards off. And I guess you never know where the knee was touched down on that play. Certainly the Bishop Luers Knights offensive line thought Gaither was in for 6. So here on 4th down, the Knights are going to go for it. 2:40 remaining here in the half. Rory Kelly in the backfield, Braden Migrant in the backfield as a lead blocker.
Timeout on the field. Bishop Dwenger.
Now it's going to be Bishop Dwenger with the timeout.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
We are back, everybody. Bishop Dwenger back on the field. Luers making their final adjustments. Some of the scores from around the fort. Carroll's up 21-0 on Homestead. Northrop up 7-0 over Snyder. And how about Columbia City taking the 3-0 lead against East Noble? Johnson under center. Schreiber moving from the right side to the left. They're going to give it to the up man. That's Migrant. In for the touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Bishop Luers.
And we do have a flag on the celebration.
Flag in the end zone.
But folks, that was Braden Migrant, the fullback, taking the handoff on the quick hitter. Thought Knox Johnson did a great job of kind of disguising it, making it look like he was feeding Brendan Gaither. Let's see what the call is. Coach Lindsay's out on the field talking to the referee.
Calling the field.
Here comes the white hat to explain to Kyle what was going on. Coach Lindsay. Coach Lindsay, who is a star quarterback and kicker here for the Knights. So it is going to go against the Bishop Luers here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Knights will make for an interesting conversion from the 25-yard line.
So the unsportsmanlike, couldn't tell if that was on Migrant who scored the touchdown. Nonetheless, this will be a 35-yard PAT attempt for Brady Krause. Krause has definitely got the leg for it, and check it out. Brady Krause is good as we are tied at 7.
Bishop Luers 7, Bishop Dwenger 7.
It should be noted that Brady Krause 1 for 2 in field goal attempts on the season. His long is 38 yards. That's a 35-yard PAT attempt for Krause. So just like that, tied up at 7 after the Saints took the opening kickoff right down the field and scored after some big runs by Shefferly and Campbell. Neither team has yet to really get the passing game going in this one.
We have a Chevy Silverado that needs moved with a license plate of TK535NZT. A silver Chevrolet Silverado needs to be moved before it is towed. Thank you very much.
Very important message here at Luers Stadium. As Krause is set to kick it off. Once again, they're going to be working with number 5. Zion Bungwa back to return it. Once again, going to be taken by one of the up men. That's Gunnar McCarthy, and that's what Gunnar McCarthy does right there, bowls over people. We saw that last week against Northrop. Gunnar McCarthy, big, strong running back linebacker here for the Saints. Has that very low center of gravity.
All right, short kick. Return to the 43-yard line.
So a nice.
Where the Saints will take over 1st and 10.
Nice return there by McCarthy, who goes 5'9", 195 pounds, everybody. Last week we saw him decleat a Northrop defensive end. They had about 5 inches on him. So they'll bring up 1st down and 10 here for the Saints. Shefferly, big run, 14 yards up the gut. See if we can fix our scoreboard here for you.
For a Dwenger 1st down.
Jackson Hill in on the stop, but once again, Shefferly's the guy that you absolutely have to hit at the line of scrimmage. Do not want him gaining any momentum and getting to the 2nd level. Now from the Bishop Luers 44-yard line, 1st down and 10. Jordan flushed out of the pocket and going to have to throw this one away. Mikhail Woodson.
Jordan throws the ball away, brings up
in the area for Bishop Luers. Max Jordan also in the area for the Saints. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Danny Arnold, Braden Migrant, your linebackers here for Bishop Luers. The Knights with Caden Harrison-Smith out on the field allows them to move Jaron Taylor more into his natural position of defensive tackle. Darion Carswell back in the game to bolster up this defensive backfield. Jackson Hill, your single safety deep for the Knights. Shefferly takes the handoff, gets past the first man into the 2nd level, drug down to the 34-yard line.
Shefferly on the carry. Gets down to the 35-yard line.
Sheffield
Makes
just
it third down.
very impressive running back here for Bishop Dwenger. Trips to the top of your screen. Sheffield offset left. Play action, and look at that ball getting flung out as the reception is good to Beckham Russell. Beautiful on the timing pattern there by Henry Jordan.
Reception brought down at the 20-yard line.
Bishop
21-yard
Dwenger
line.
not
First
wasting
and 10.
any time here with Henry Jordan. You can see the trips to the top of your screen right there. The inside receiver is Russell, doing a good job of escaping the first tackler. Now it's Shefferly. That was number 5, Danny Arnold, getting a hand on him.
Down to the 14. Second down. 2nd and 4.
Shefferly certainly not easy to bring down here for the Saints. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Shefferly again, this time chopped down to the 9-yard line. Another first down for the Saints.
Jackson Hill on the tackle. And Bishop Dwenger with the first down.
Saints having no problem moving this ball on the ground against
First
the
and goal
Knights.
from the 10.
It's Darius Holly and Jaron Taylor, your defensive tackles. Jordan flushed out. He's going to keep it himself. Jackson Hill with the chase. Tackled out about the
Jackson
7.
Hill tackles him. Just shy of the 5.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal here.
2nd goal from the 6-yard line.
Ball placed at the 6. Shefferly going to be offset left of Jordan. Max Jordan, the wide receiver, by himself on the bottom of the screen. No tight end into this game for the Saints. Flag on the play. Pass intended for Russell. Just a little bit out in front of number 11. It's going to be a false start
against the Saints. Be a 5-yard march off. Take the ball back to the 11-yard line.
So now it's 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line for Bishop Dwenger. Looking to retake this lead as they scored in their very first offensive possession. It wasn't until just moments ago Bishop Luers tying up this game. So here on 2nd down and goal. Once again, no tight end into the game for the Saints. Max Jordan on the bottom of your screen. Henry Jordan looking that direction. Has him. And that is caught for a touchdown. That was Max Jordan camping on the sideline. Henry Jordan finding him for 6. Beautiful looking play here. We take another look on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Jonas Moya coming in for the PAT block attempt. Henry Jordan rolling to his right, has his brother, just settles down right inside the sideline. Henry Jordan doing a great job there, threading the needle. As the PAT by Nguyen is up.
And the extra point is good.
And it is good.
Score, Bishop Dwenger 14, Bishop Luers 7.
Take one more look at it here. Just 7.5 seconds remains. Remember, folks, Bishop Luers did return a kickoff for a touchdown against Northside. That was to open that game. Maybe some confusion there with the Bishop Luers defensive backs. You felt like they had that one covered, But once again, Henry Jordan just doing a great job there threading the needle. So 7.5 seconds remain. We'll see if Dwenger comes out with the squib kick. If you're the Saints, though, just keep it away from these returners. Kick it through the end zone for a touchback. Let that Luers offense try to burn you with the sophomore quarterback. So far, it's been Knox Johnson going the full way here for Bishop Luers. Lucas Dwenger to kick this ball off. Once again, Brendan Gaither. Back deep. It's going to go to one of the up men. Picked up off the turf is number 7 for Bishop Luers. That is not number 7. That would be Ale Taylor. That's Mikhail Woodson, number 1.
Mikhail Woodson on the return gets the ball to the 29-yard line.
See if Bishop Luers just doesn't
Luers will have the ball. First and 10.
Hand this ball off to run this clock out. Good first half here at Luers Field. I almost feel like whoever has the ball last should win this game. Epperson back deep. 3 safeties back for Bishop Dwenger. That's going to do it for the first half.
Your halftime score, Bishop Dwenger 14, Bishop Luers 7.
Looks we're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be back with you shortly for the second half.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come to stand. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come to stand. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
Welcome back, everybody. Here at the half, Bishop Dwenger leads it 14-7. The Saints did receive the opening kickoff, so it will be Bishop Luers to receive here in the second half. Special moment out there on the field as they honored the 1985 state championship football team here at Bishop Luers. For the Knights, that was their first of 12 state championships. So I believe that's third most in the state of Indiana, the 12 state championships. Of course, Bishop Dwenger, no stranger to state titles, as they have 5 under their belt. Last one coming in the 2018 season, also winning it in 2015. They got their first state championship in 1983, so 2 years before Bishop Luers got their first state title. Folks, my name is Jeff Mahoney. We do have a special guest up here, and it's Jeff Stansky, who used to be the offensive coordinator here at Bishop Luers. Hung it up a few years ago, right, Coach?
I decided to just coach baseball. My son kind of graduated, and after that, I thought I'd take a little bit more time with the family and just stick to baseball.
Well, we thought today might be a grinded-out kind of defensive battle here at Bishop Luers, and I don't feel like we're seeing a whole lot of defense, but we're not seeing a whole lot of offense either. A lot of running the ball and just chewing up this clock. I think Dwenger had 3 possessions in this game, 3 for Luers as well.
Yeah, it's been a very clean game. No turnovers. Both teams have moved the ball some. Both kind of scored on shorter fields. I thought both teams have had good strategy coming in. I was really impressed with that opening drive. I thought offensive coordinator Jason Russell did a great job of getting Dwenger's quarterback, Henry Jordan, some runs and some easy passes, and kind of did the same thing on that last drive. And I've been very impressed with how he's played so far.
Yeah, Henry Jordan had the huge touchdown reception to Max Jordan right before the half. I think they left 7.5 seconds on the clock, but it was a beautiful sideline catch there by the Saints. Jordan in this game, 6 of 10 passing for 60 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. So, like you said, Coach, they've been able to get him a little bit more comfortable in the passing game.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with that.
A black Honda Civic over by the
Knights have done a nice job. They kind of found something there that last drive of theirs. They got into 2, 3, and even 4 tight end sets. Ran a lot of inside zone and then found some counteraction to the left that allowed them to get down the field and get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and that was a great touchdown run there by Braden Migrant, the linebacker / running back for you here at Bishop Luers. Talk about that set, too, that we've seen. A lot of times everything's bunched right there at the line of scrimmage for Bishop Luers, where, like you said, we're seeing sometimes 2 tight ends and maybe even a wing out there.
Yeah, I think Coach Lindsay's strategy there, they're playing against a 3-3 stack, and they like to bring in the extra tight end so they make sure they can account for everybody and like to run that inside zone. I know it's hard to, especially as a lineman, knowing who to block on a 3-3 stack because you don't know what gap those linebackers are shooting, and by running that inside zone, makes it a little easier for them.
Yeah, well, great job there by TJ Epperson in the first half, getting a majority of the ball carries. But Epperson, 12 rushes for 84 yards along a 24. Coach, at times he looks like he's the fastest player in the Summit Athletic Conference.
Yeah, I know last year as a freshman, I think there was an argument being made that he was the fastest kid in our school, and that's pretty good. We got some fast kids, and his speed can make a difference in this game.
And it certainly has so far. As he's quick to get to the line of scrimmage and get to that second level. So Epperson doing a great job here. Receiving-wise, just 2 players with, and I'm not going to go by those stats right there, but we did see Ale Taylor get his 3rd reception of the season. Really nice to see the big 6'3", 215-pound Taylor out there being another offensive weapon for you.
Yeah, look for Coach Lindsay to try to find a way to get him the ball and maybe some more boot passes. They had some success early on that, some play action, and he's really kind of filled the role for Chuck McBride, who was kind of their leading receiver, who's out for the year with hurt his knee. And so he's really come on strong the last few games. And I know he's playing both ways, so they got to spell him a little bit on offense because he's so valuable on defense. But he gives them a little something on offense.
You know, working into sophomore quarterbacks, Coach, I know they're great friends on and off the field when you're looking at Reichert and Knox Johnson. But, you know, I thought a tight end like Charlie McBride, a senior, he goes 6'2", 195. Like you said, he was leading the team in receptions with 10 when he got hurt. He's still the team's leader in receptions here halfway through 7 games. But to just talk about that, how bad did that hurt this offense when McBride went down, especially knowing that you're working in 2 young QBs?
You know, it really did. He's one of the best blockers also on the team. He was playing a little bit of defense as a young quarterback. As a sophomore, inexperienced, you know, you want to rely on your tight end. You always knew where Chuck was going to be. He ran good routes. And to lose him really kind of set them back a little bit. But like I said, with Ale Taylor, hopefully he can carry some of that load.
Yeah, and you've been talking all day about the 3-3 stack over there for Bishop Dwenger. I think they do a great job with their defensive backfield of pretty much shoring up any of the open spaces. We saw it last week against Northrop where they held one of the best wide receivers in the country to 0 receptions, and Jarquadian Guilford. They just had a good game plan for that offense there. But what are you seeing from the Saints defense here today that's making it tough for Bishop Luers?
Yeah, Luers going to have trouble throwing the ball. They've got some good corners. I know O'Keefe can really be kind of a lockdown corner for them. They're so physical and so fast to the football that if you can get going, if we can get TJ going in some open areas, can have some success. But to get him into those open areas is really hard with how fast and physical they play.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we're going to take one more break before we get into the second half here. We're about 4 minutes away, so stick with us for the second half coming up shortly.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come to stand. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come to stand. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street line. I was trying to shout harder than the street lights. Ran the streets sometimes.
And welcome back, everybody, as we are all set to start the second half here from Luers Field. My name is Jeff Mahoney, and we have the old ball coach, Jeff Stansky, up in the booth with us. Is going to be a good one here. Bishop Luers gets the ball to start the second half.
Kicking off to start the second half.
It will be Lucas Nguyen and the Saints to kick it off. Right next to him is wedge breakers, our Doug Henry, wearing the number 6. Along with number 3, that is Nick O'Keefe, as they will line this ball up close to the left hash marks. Back deep, you do have Brandon Gaither, along with, I believe that's Rory Kelly back there, standing at his own goal line. Once again, this is a natural grass surface, one of the few left in Fort Wayne. This Nguyen's kick is going to be into the end zone for back-to-back touchbacks.
This series will begin at the 20-yard line, where Bishop Luers will take over first and 10.
No doubt about it, Coach. Last week he hit a 53-yard field goal
in Allen County
against Northrop, and that broke his previous record of 52 yards.
Taking care of our field and making it the best in the area. If you're a field dad, please stand up and be recognized. And thank you for your volunteering.
Absolutely. That's what Bishop Luers are known for, are the field dads.
They do a great job with this field, getting it ready every week.
So the Knights will come out here once again, single back, Johnson under center. Epperson lined up 8 yards deep. That's Schreiber moving from the right to the left. They're going to give it to Epperson, walled off as he cuts it upfield. Takes it down to about the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5 on the play.
Epperson drives ahead to the 24.
What the Knights need to do.
For a gain of 4. Second
Get a good
6.
first down play.
And Epperson coming off the field there, Coach, like he's got a little bit of a stinger on that left arm. If anybody's ever had a stinger down on the field, your whole arm will go a little bit numb there, and it takes a few plays to kind of work that one out. I know as a linebacker it happens quite often, but even a running back can experience something like that.
Yeah, you can see he's in a lot of pain down there.
So Brandon Gaither now entering the game here on 2nd down and 6. Handoff goes to Gaither. Ball was at their own 24-yard line. He's going to be chopped down right around the 25.
Gaither on the carry for the Knights. Falls forward for 1, brings up 3rd and 5.
Coming up to make that stop is Houston Ellinger. Here as we take another look at it on the Anderson heating and air conditioning replay. Ellinger kind of plays that hybrid linebacker DB for you. He's actually the perfect athlete I could imagine for this 3-3 stack defense.
Yeah, he is. That's a great spot for him. He can kind of read, fly to the ball.
Ellinger, who got an offer from Valpo recently. He's also got some solid offers from Indiana Wesleyan, some of the NAIA powers as well. So 3rd down and 5. Johnson looking to sling this ball downfield, has all kinds of time to throw, and just going to have to throw it away.
All times kind of time. They just dropped a lot of DBs back, played coverage.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, what do you do in that situation right there? Absolutely. It looked like probably 8 of the 11 defenders for Bishop Dwenger back there in the defensive backfield. Nowhere to absolutely go with the ball. Very little rush coming as well. Just 2 guys rushed there. I would call it 3.
Back to kick for the Knights, Jackson Hill.
Tough situation to be in. Good defense called in that situation. Jackson Hill on to punt it. Hill with the left-footed punt. Gets a nice punt off. Going to land at the 46 and roll inside to the 32-yard line. That was Nick O'Keefe back in punt return formation.
32-yard line where the Saints.
Jackson Hill's done a great job tonight of really getting the ball off and pinning Dwenger deep when Luers has had to punt.
Once again, we'd like to thank
and all season long, really. It started off with that Bishop Luers game, Coach, when he had, I think, a 50-yarder. It seemed like both of the punters to start off this season against Leo just had some great punts. With Jackson Hill, you have a really, really athletic punter. It's got to be beneficial for Coach Lindsay to have a guy that could throw it or run it if need be in that situation.
He is. He's very athletic. He plays baseball for me. He's a 3-year starter now at punter.
So it looks like that Shefferly offset left of Jordan takes the handoff right in the area of Jaron Taylor and Braden Migrant converging in on the stop.
Shefferly forward for 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Dwenger's doing a lot of, they're spreading it out, but 2 running backs, not kind of the opposite of Luers, using no tight ends, but they've been able to effectively move the ball.
And with this big, strong, athletic offensive lineman, you can see having a hard time getting push against this defensive line of Bishop Luers, which is pretty much the strength of this team.
It is.
Bunch formation to the top of your screen, play action. Jordan running all the way here, trying to get to the sideline, and there is a flag on the play.
Jordan on the carry, cut down before he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but we do have another flag down.
So, Coach, that just looked like a design run all the way for Jordan.
Yep, getting him maybe a carry, getting him into the game, the flow of the game. I've noticed they moved Jaron Taylor inside now. I think, a little halftime adjustment by Coach Carson Bradley. Maybe, sure up that inside run. Had been playing quite a bit of defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Now they moved him kind of down inside. They're missing Nick Holly tonight, so that might be why he's playing a little more inside as well.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'd actually talked to Coach Lindsay about the 2 brothers and Nick and Darius Holly, who, man, those are 2 guys that are hard to move on the defensive line. And for a sophomore and a freshman, they do an outstanding job.
Yeah, you hear a lot about the Taylors, but those 2 do an excellent job inside as well, make a very formidable defensive line.
The black Honda Civic, we found an owner. Her name is Rebecca Amick. Rebecca Amick, please move your black Honda Civic.
So we're going to get the
3rd and final warning. It will be towed.
Before the tow truck comes out. So it brings up 2nd down and about, looks like we have 18 here for the Saints. Now it's Colin Campbell in the backfield who takes the handoff. Nope, that's Shefferly once again, this time dragging tacklers to the 35-yard line.
He is just a bruiser. Give him the ball, and he's going to pound it and get you. I mean, it seems like he's getting 6-7 yards every time.
Which is exactly what he was doing last week in that game against Northrop. Shefferly entering today averaging 5.5 yards per carry, but it seems as the season progresses, his running style just gets stronger and stronger here for the Saints. Spread formation now with 2 wide receivers up top, 2 on the bottom. That's Max Jordan bunched up on the bottom. Once again, Shefferly in the backfield. Blitz was on, and the pass is completed. A nice gain of about 8 yards on the play. That was Beckham Russell with the grab.
Yeah, nice little route combo there. Had a guy streak, cleared out, and had a slant underneath it. Good throw by the quarterback.
So we take another look here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. You see the pressure coming from the top of your screen. Shefferly did a good job of picking that one up and giving Henry Jordan just enough time there to get the reception. And I'm not sure are they.
The measurement. We'll go through some scores. Southwood 20, Peru 7, Woodland 23, Prairie Heights 0, Andrean.
Good
14,
to see Woodland
Angola 0,
with the lead
Western
there
35,
on Prairie Heights.
0.
It's been a tough year for head coach
7,
Brock Rohrbacher and the Warriors.
Adams Central 48, Southern Wells 0.
And it looks like Dwenger's got the first down there
Leo
by the
28,
nose of the
Huntington
ball.
West 7, Oak Hill 54, Blackford 0, East Noble 14, Columbia City 10.
So just like that, Columbia City, who came
Fort
out to the
Wayne
3-0 lead.
Side 14, Fort Wayne South 0.
Now
New
down to
Lake
Columbia City.
18, Belmont 8. Manchester 35, Whitco 0. Cherubusco 42, Central Noble 3.
Thinking Belmont was going to have
Carroll,
the lead there.
35, Homestead 0.
Wow, 35-0.
Garrett 14, Fairfield 6.
Remember, folks, it's a Carroll team that Bishop Dwenger beat earlier this year. So it will be first down and 10 for the Saints. This time Jordan under center. We have not seen the 4 running back formation for Bishop Dwenger in this game. But wow, look at Shefferly. Once again, if you do not hit Shefferly in the offensive backfield, he's almost guaranteed six or more yards.
Make that 1. 2nd and 1.
Coach, you almost have to stunt right into the gap that he's rushing because Shefferly is a beast, like you say. Once he breaks through that first level, as you see those arm tackles not bringing him down.
Yeah, you can't tackle him high or you're just going to bounce right off of him. You got to get low, get a good wrap, and hopefully you got someone else to help take him out.
Spread formation here for the Saints. Shefferly remains in the backfield. Swing pass goes out to the Beckham Russell, the senior wide receiver.
Russell with the reception, drives forward to
Russell listed at 5'11", 185 pounds. Entering today with 21 catches for 219 yards, averaging 10.4 yards per reception. He's got 2 touchdowns on the season and a long of 37.
I love those short passes. Just get rid of the ball quickly, get it to your athletes. He turns a 1-yard pass into 10 yards.
Yeah, and we've seen that from Max Jordan as well, as they do a good job of making defenders miss. So here on first down and 10 now in Bishop Luers Knights territory, that's Russell again. Quick to get upfield, this time knocked out after a gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, they got one guy up and one guy back, and
good for about 9.
Dwenger's got 2 guys out there,
one.
and they got one guy just blocking the short guy, and he's getting 7-8 yards before he's even getting touched.
You see Russell right there, the inside receiver, just bouncing it out, letting his teammate there get the block downfield. So 2nd down and 2 now for the Saints. Still working out of the spread. Jordan going to hand it off to Shefferly. This time it was Ale Taylor getting a hold of him in the backfield. Shefferly using the strength to get the first down.
Bring Shefferly down after a 2-yard gain and a first down.
Even though he
for
got the
Bishop
first
Dwenger.
down, that's what you got to do. Ale came in, held on to his legs, and then had somebody help clean him up.
Yeah, and that was Turner Dunbar, the defensive lineman at 5'8", 320, along with Darius Holly in on the stop. So in this situation, Coach, with Jaron Taylor out there, you almost got 3 defensive tackles on this defensive line.
Yeah, and you're going to need them against the way they're running the ball right here. Looks like they're playing a little 3-man front.
Jordan throwing all the way, has a wide open receiver. Once again, that's Russell, shifty as he makes his way towards the line to gain. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
For about 8, brings up 2nd and 2.
For Bishop Dwenger. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 2. Not the way that the Bishop Luers Knights wanted to start this second half.
Yeah, this is a good methodical drive by the Saints. Luers going to have to tighten up here, maybe start playing some press man so they don't have those easy throws on the outside.
And that's Rory Kelly up top, along with Nieves on the bottom. 2 of your cornerbacks here for Bishop Luers. And like you said, Coach, Kelly up there in press formation. Max Jordan goes in motion as they hand it off to Shefferly. That time, nowhere to go. You had Turner Dunbar in on the stop, along with Darius Holly.
Gain of about 1 brings up 3rd and 1. It's 3rd down.
Well, my guess is we can kind of figure out who's probably going to get the ball here, unless they want to take a shot, knowing that they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, you got to believe, with a running back like Shefferly and this offensive line, not only are they big, but an athletic offensive line for the Saints, as they will show trips to the bottom of your screen. Shefferly offset right of Jordan, who takes the handoff and nowhere to go, ran right into the back of his offensive lineman. And the loss of forward progress, Coach, that's going to be close.
It does look close. I think he did ultimately get it, though. It's going to be right on the line.
Forward progress to the 23.
They'll say the loss of forward progress took him to the 23-yard line for Shefferly. It looked like
first down for Bishop Dwenger.
Turner Dunbar had a handle on Shefferly as we take another look here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay right in the middle of your screen. Dunbar looking to pull him back, and somehow Shefferly was able to escape through that. Shefferly, whose dad is also the weight and conditioning coach here at Bishop Dwenger.
That makes sense.
It really does. So spread here on 1st down and 10. Ball inside the 25-yard line. Diving forward once again is Shefferly. And
ball down to
boy,
the
at this
16.
point, Coach, it seems like they're able to rattle off 6 yards a carry without a problem.
For 6 yards brings up
Yeah,
2nd
it seems like every
4.
first down they're in, getting in those 2nd and short. That's what you want to do when you're on offense, getting those 2nd and short yardage plays. You got a lot of options then.
So Caden Harrison-Smith going to check back into the game for Amarian Turner Dunbar. Here on 2nd down and 4. Once again, spread formation. Shefferly takes the handoff. And wow, I'm telling you, they're getting a hand on Shefferly in the offensive backfield. And between his power and the might of the offensive line, they're just merely enforcing 4 or 5 yards a pop. Braden Migrant in on that stop. Once again, talking about this offensive line, averaging 261 a man, led by Andrew Tryon at 6'4", 295. Lewis Morris at 6'2", 255. Vance Dippenbrock at 5'10", 245. Isaac Moga, 6'2", 260. And Noah Weimer at 6'4", 250 pounds. So trips now to the top of your screen. Lone wide receiver at the bottom is Carter Zent. As once again, the handoff goes right up the middle.
Yeah, Ale crashed down. They didn't really have a block for him. I don't know if that's supposed to be a read, but he keeps crashing like that. Quarterback gets a read on that, pulls it. He might be able to walk for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the second time we've seen Ale coming from that defensive end position untouched for the tackle for a loss. That time, Braden Migrant in on the stop as well. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Saints with trips to the bottom of your screen. Safety in the center of the field, that's Jackson Hill. Henry Jordan. And close to a clip on the play, but Jordan's going to run out of bounds right around the 11-yard line.
Pushed out at the 11.
Well, that time he did pull it. Looked like the Knights, though, did a nice job of stringing that out and forcing him to the sidelines for a very short gain.
No gain. That brings up 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down coming up here for the Saints. As you see, the Knights just crash in there and just nowhere to turn it up for the senior QB, Henry Jordan, listed at 5'11", 180 pounds. Jordan has Colin Campbell in the backfield, offset left. So the handoff goes to Colin, and he's got a little bit of a hole dragging tacklers all the way to about the 3 to 2 yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Hill and company on the tackle. Ball down at the 2, just short of the...
So they'll call it just short of the line to gain. We'll bring up 4th down and 1.
Wow, here's the big call. You got an automatic field goal pretty much with your field goal kicker, or are you going to go for it here?
Yeah, I think in this situation, already up by a score, Coach. Definitely a field goal helps you, but I think they have confidence in their short yardage run game to this point, which they should.
Yeah, you got to figure. You give it to number 9, he's going to get you a half a yard you might need here.
Turner Dunbar back in the game. They're also going to bring in number 54, Quentin Price. Price, who is the starting right guard for head coach Kyle Lindsey in the Knights offensive line. This one now does look like it's just short by the nose of the ball. So no glasses needed from up here.
4th down and 4 inches.
So it'll be 4th down and 4 inches. And Coach, with such an athletic QB, could this be time for a QB sneak?
Yeah, they get a little underneath center, and I'd still give it to number 9, though. I think you got to give it to Shefferly there. He hasn't been stopped yet.
Well, and they had Houston Ellinger into the game, so it looks like they're going to take their jumbo package out with Doug Henry and Gunnar McCarthy. They're going to bring Henry Jordan back in here.
They've run some Wildcat, too, out of these situations.
But initially, what does your gut tell you to do? Get the 3 points or go for the first down?
I think this being so short and you having no trouble running the ball, I think you just give a dive play under center.
And it will be Jordan under center with Shefferly, the lead blocker, out of the I formation with Colin Campbell. Henry Jordan takes a handoff, and that's Shefferly in for 6. Making it look easy there from 2 yards out as the Saints go up by now 2 scores, up 20-7.
Yeah, that was a great drive. I don't know how many exactly minutes they took off the clock, but it was pretty much the whole quarter. Exactly what they wanted to do on their opening drive.
Yeah, that first half went by extremely fast, and we're seeing that here in the second half as well. For Bishop Luers, I'm sure once again get the run game established there with TJ Epperson and try to find your spot to throw one downfield. Nguyen, PAT, is up and good. Now 3 for 3 in this game in PAT attempts. Folks, today's game is brought to you by the Big Eye Fish. Big Eye Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eye Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne, Indiana area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Adam Weller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit AdamWellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you are facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. And online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. So back to the game action here, folks. It's Lucas Nguyen set to kick it off. Once again, Brandon Gaither and Rory Kelly back to return it. So far, 3 of the 4 kickoffs, is that right, have been touchbacks? Another one kicked deep into no, that'll land at the 2 and dribble into the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time here in the second half, we will see the Bishop Luers offense.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. We have a special birthday in the house tonight. A guy who keeps all our players together and keeps them wrapped up, keeps them healthy and ready to play. Happy 29th birthday to Dave Kuhn. Big round of applause for Dave Kuhn.
So Dave Kuhn getting the birthday shout out here at Luers Field. Checking off the field there for Bishop Luers. That was number 16, Peter Bro, backup tight end for the Knights. Pistol alignment with Epperson behind Johnson. Darian Carswell, the wide receiver on the bottom of your screen as Johnson goes that direction. First step was a slip on the turf. Going to be a minimal gain of about 2 yards.
Short gain. Good for 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
You love to see it, though, Coach. Obviously, you're wanting to get the ball in your playmaker's hand in space. And they were able to do that on that one. It's just that first step, the turf monster got them.
Yeah, get the ball out of your hands quick, get to your athletes. And, yeah, unfortunately, he just slipped. Couldn't get his feet going. Otherwise, he probably would have had 4 or 5 more yards. I think it's a critical drive for the Knights with minute 7 left here in the quarter. They got to get something going here.
Wow, it looks like Southside is pulled to within 1 now, down 14-13 against Northside. Epperson, this time it was the Saints doing a great job of stringing that play out, led by Houston Ellinger.
Ahead for maybe 1.
Also in on the stop was number 15, Casey Piper. Got your big linebackers right there playing sideline to sideline. Gunnar McCarthy also in on the stop as there was nowhere to go for Epperson on that run play. Epperson does a really good job, though, Coach, of getting the edge and getting upfield.
Yeah, he kind of gets into the line and then he'll bounce it out, so it's hard to kind of know where he's going.
He seems to know when it's enough left to right and when to get north and south. Seems to have a good knack for it.
Yeah, I think he's been a running back for a long time, you can tell.
Spread formation here for the Knights. Johnson looking downfield and a good-looking throw. Jackson Hill was tied up on the play.
Pass over the head of Jackson Hill falls incomplete.
And I couldn't tell
down for the Knights.
On that play right there if Jackson Hill had slowed up or if he was really being held by the defensive back. If it was a hold, there was no reason for him to slow up on that one. It seemed like the communication, and we're not going to be able to see the battle between the DB and the wide receiver on this frame right here, but Johnson showing a good-looking arm right there, and you can see just no separation.
No, that was good coverage. He was right on his hip. Good, strong throw by Knox. You can tell he's got a really good arm. He's accurate. Just pretty good coverage there by Dwenger.
Nick O'Keefe fielding the punt from Jackson Hill. A nice spiral on the punt. It looks like Houston Ellinger might be called with a personal
Good return on the
foul,
punt, all the way back to the
as that was Dallas
40-yard line, but
Mata.
we do have a flag down on the field.
Dallas Mata was entangled up there with number 23. Mata ended up on the turf. Then we saw the flag flying. As it stands right now, looks like 1st and 10 from the 40. They're going to go holding against the return
Bishop
team.
Dwenger.
We got a barn burner over at Wayne as it's 14-14, Concordia and the Generals.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Somebody will get their first win tonight.
You'll love to see it. And, folks, that's going to do it for our third quarter. So put the 4s in the air as we
Dwenger
will be
21,
back.
Bishop
Dwenger
Luers 7.
up by 14 as we enter the third.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole lot of everything and I come to stand. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come to stand. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street life. Ran the streets sometimes.
Who'd have Welcome back, everybody. Entering the fourth quarter here at Luers Field. Bishop Dwenger on top, 21-7 here against the Knights. The Saints have the ball to start the fourth quarter, and man, do we got some good games
Bishop
out
Luers
there.
Fans, all men 21 and older invited to join us for the
Concordia
annual
and
Men's
Wayne
Night
are
and Smoker
tied
under
are
the
at
Big Ten.
14, and Southside has pulled to within 1 against Northside, down 14-13. And wow, Carroll is just handing it to Homestead. They've increased their lead. I believe last I heard it was 42-0.
For only $25. All proceeds from this event support Bishop Luers Athletics. We'll see you at the Smoker on Saturday, October 18th.
So that should be a good time here, Coach, over at Bishop Luers, the Smoker, where you're going to have the USC Notre Dame game on the big screen.
Yeah, it's we're bringing it back. We had not done that in 5-10 years, something like that. We're bringing the Smoker back, and love to have anybody who wants to come out, have some food, watch some Notre Dame football.
So 1st and 10 here for the Saints. Trips to the top of your screen. And, boy, you felt like Henry Jordan wanted to pull that away from Colin Campbell, but he had his mitts on it.
Migraine on the loss.
That's going to be a big
Tackles
loss
him for
on
a
the
4-yard
play.
Loss. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Take another look here on the Anderson heating and air conditioning replay, but looks like a read option play right here for Jordan, and gets the ball right in that belly right there, and Campbell had it all the way.
Yeah, if he pulled that, he might have been hitting his head on the goalpost.
That would have been a long one. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13. Saints with the ball at their own 25-yard line. Shefferly in the backfield, offset right. Jordan looking to the air, has a man, and wow, he just slung that ball on a rope. Good-looking throw by Henry Jordan, just couldn't connect. Good coverage on that play.
By Jordan.
Yeah,
Brings up
that was real good coverage by the corner. He kind of got him into the sidelines, didn't give him any room. You like when you throw those go routes and kind of fade routes, you like to try to, as a quarterback, the receiver to stay more inside towards the number, so you got room towards the sidelines to throw.
Yeah, that was Nieves with the tight coverage right down the sideline. Going to bring up 3rd down and 13. Jordan delayed on the draw. That's Colin Campbell dragging tacklers to the 30-yard line, but that's going to be about it. It looks like a gain of 4 yards on the play.
Braden Migraine Company on the tackle.
Bishop Luers defense stepping up here, Coach, in the fourth quarter.
6, but that brings up
That's a
4th
great
down.
stop. Now hopefully get a little momentum going here.
Good play call there on the draw to Campbell. Once again, it's going to be Rory Kelly back deep to return it. And it was Kelly who had the kickoff return for a touchdown to open the game against Northside. A big victory here for the Knights.
Yeah, he can be a weapon.
So Nguyen, who averages over 38 yards per punt, gets the left-footed punt off. And if you're Kelly, I mean, you just want to fair catch that ball, right, Coach?
Yeah, I would have liked to seen him fair catch that. I always drove me nuts when
when
guys would let the ball bounce, because a lot of times you lose 15 yards, and over the course of the game, that can be a lot of yards.
Yeah, that time right there, they got a little bit lucky. After losing about 4 yards, that ball decided to go right towards the middle of the field. But nonetheless, decent field position here in the fourth quarter for the Knights as we see Ale Taylor heading out there as a tight end. Johnson has not been asked to do too much from his QB position. 2 for 4, 24 yards passing in this game. Epperson, the running back in the empty backfield. Schreiber moves his way to the right side of the line. Epperson going right up the gut. Falls forward to about the 31-yard line. Gain of maybe 3 yards on the play.
Epperson good for 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
Epperson kind of known as more of your straight line runner. Gaither more of the shiftier back.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a pretty good description of both of them. I think, I know Coach Lindsay wants to protect his sophomore quarterback, but they're going to have to start opening up a little bit here.
And Ale Taylor once again into this game now at the right tight end position next to Jonas Moya. Here on 2nd down and 8, Johnson. And no holding going to be called on the play, looking downfield. And once again, Coach, there's just absolutely nowhere to go with the ball.
No, well, we're going to get a personal foul penalty here.
Is that the late hit on the quarterback? Hard to lay up on those, but anymore, there's so many things that, well, shoot, even 15 years ago you could do that you just can't do anymore.
No, they're going to protect the quarterbacks. I think Luers got a little bit away with a hold there by Jonas. He looked like the referee was going to grab it. He grabbed him for a second and let go, so personal foul is going to give him first down. Pretty good field position.
And the Bishop Luers first down.
So Bishop Luers going to get the first down there on the personal foul. Northrop up on top of Snyder, 28-7 versus the Panthers. I believe the last time Northrop beat Snyder was 1999 in sectional.
That's right, and most of those games were not close either.
So. No, the games in between.
Yeah.
Correct. Obviously, Coach Stansky a part of a lot of those games, coaching at Snyder. So 2 men in the backfield here. Looks like that's Migrant along with Epperson for the Knights. Johnson under center. The handoff goes to Epperson. Looking for a hole, but none to be found as he does well to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Epperson.
In on the stop was number 26, Logan Parrish. Logan Parrish making the tackle. Got Jaron Taylor getting some advice over here on the sideline. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Knights. Coach, what do you do in those situations? You're not finding anybody open downfield. Is that one of those where you can have a tight end stay in the block and release them late? I mean, how do you help your quarterback out?
Yeah, you got to protect the quarterback's the number one thing. You got to give him time and got to figure out how to get rid of the ball quickly. A lot of that is just a lot of reps with your receivers, knowing where your receiver is going to be, and they just probably being a sophomore, probably hasn't had a lot of time with his receivers, and knowing exactly where everyone is. So he's done a nice job of just throwing that ball away. Nobody's open, and live to fight another day.
Well, you had talked about Carson Clark, and his sophomore year wasn't his best year of his career, but it really was all the work that he was doing with his wide receiver in the offseason that made the difference his junior year. Gosh, the wide receiver ended up going to Ball State.
Yeah, Brody Glenn. I think they just every day in the summer went over to Homestead and threw the ball.
Good job by Johnson stepping up in the pocket. And it looks like that was broken up at the last second. It was by number 12, Max Jordan. Beautiful play by the defensive back as the throw seemed to be on target right there.
I thought the throw was a really good throw. You can tell here Knox's arm strength. Steps up in the pocket. Little maybe post corner route.
Getting up, that was Jackson Hill that pass was intended for. So you're definitely seeing the arm strength from the sophomore. What I like about it, Coach, is he stepped up in the pocket and still had his eyes downfield.
4th down here.
4th and 10. The Knights are in do-or-die territory right here. Johnson has a guy, and great defense by Doug Henry. The pass was intended for Epperson. I mean, that just shows you the athleticism there of number 6, Doug Henry, who goes 6'1", 195, but yet keeping up with the speedy running back.
Yeah, that's, again, good coverage.
Turnover on downs.
I would have liked to see maybe Epperson try to stop and work the way back to the ball and maybe get an interference call there.
And a lot of times the referees are just going to see the big collision, and they're going to call it every single time.
Yeah, I always talk to our receivers about, hey, work back through the defender if it's underthrown, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to get that.
You're going to get that call. And once again, talking about working back to the ball, that's also a situation where a wide receiver can help their quarterback out and play a little bit of defense on maybe one of those 50-50 balls that a DB could intercept. So 1st and 10. Ball from the Knights' 45-yard line. Colin Campbell switching to his left arm. Chopped down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Jackson Hill on the tackle.
Jackson Hill been all over the field here for Bishop Luers. A tackling machine.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd 2.
One of the two-way starters.
He's played really well over the course of the season. He's gotten better and better. He had a great game against Snyder. As much as Snyder runs boot pass, he was there throughout the game and just continues to get better.
Well, that was a gain of close to 10 yards. Man, this is going to be the 3rd time in the game we're bringing out the chains. I haven't seen that happen in a while. No, actually, it looks like they're just going to move the chains and reset for the 1st down. Three wins in a row for Bishop Luers entering today. The team lost a lot when you look at all the players that kind of transferred out going into their senior year.
Yeah, they did. I mean, the white kid that went to Wayne obviously followed his dad there. They lost a couple other offensive weapons that went to Northrop. And, that's going to hurt you in a school this size to lose some of your better players.
Timeout on the field.
So Bishop Dwenger calling the timeout. We're going to take one with him here. As folks, once again, today's game brought to you by the University of St. Francis. A number of Bishop Luers Knights competing for USF. One of those being Carson Clark, a backup quarterback for the Cougars.
He's also a quarterback coach here.
In attendance.
The Knights.
Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge training program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Back to the game here where the Saints have it. First down and 10 from the Knights' 35-yard line. Campbell in motion, 5 wide receivers out, and that pass intended.
Jordan overthrows his intended receiver.
Hard to see. That
Brings
looks
up
like
second
that
down.
was
Max
number
Jordan.
Yeah, it was Max Jordan, his brother.
Just overthrew him on a little bit of a seam route.
And those guys have that natural connection, Coach. So at any time, he'll be looking for number 12, as I'm sure he has 100 times in the backyard. But found him on that sideline pattern for the touchdown. That was the Saints' second score in this game. Brings up second down and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff goes to Colin Tittman. And it looks like we might have face mask going to be called. Jackson Hill was the
Jackson
first
Hill on the tackle.
to get in with the tackle. Look at the white hat here.
Play on the field.
It is going to be face mask called against Bishop Luers.
Against Bishop Luers.
As you can see here on the replay. Campbell, offset right of Jordan, takes the handoff, and it's right there. Obviously non-intentional, but man, Coach, it's hard enough to make a tackle. Now you got to worry about all these other things of you don't want to hit him in the head, and obviously you can't do the horse collar. That time right there, his hand just kind of slid down and grabbed a piece of that face mask.
Yeah, they make it tough on the defense, that's for sure. When you're just going to try to make a tackle and happen to have your hand slip a little high and tug on a face mask, and then you got 15 yards.
And it looks like Concordia is up now 21-20 on Wayne after a blocked PAT by the Cadets. Jordan rolling out to his right, has a man, and that one right through the fingertips of Colin Campbell.
Great play call there. Been running the ball, run a little boot
Ball
pass.
falls incomplete.
Had a guy
Second and
wide
10.
open, just couldn't connect there. But I think if he catches that, he gets in the end zone. That's how much room he had out there.
No doubt about it. And, that one right there thrown hard by the senior QB. A lot of space for Campbell. Maybe didn't have to rifle it in there, but I'm sure Colin would be the first one to say, that's my bad, should have made the catch.
Yeah, you'd like to see maybe a little bit more touch, but it did hit him in the hands. And, you got to make that catch.
So 2 running backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Shefferly with the lead block by Colin Campbell. In a great play defensively. That was number 24 for the Knights.
Christian Brell
on the tackle.
I mean,
That
Brell
brings up third
exactly
down.
where he needed to be right there, not getting sucked into that play, held the edge, and then made the tackle.
Yeah, I just think they had him outnumbered there. They didn't have enough guys to block all of Luers' defenders out there.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. I'm thinking 4-down territory, even with the great Lucas Dwenger, the place kicker. Trips to the top of your screen. Shefferly in the backfield as they're going over to Max Jordan.
Wow, what a catch.
Beautiful back shoulder throw and the catch by number 12, Max Jordan.
Oh, we got a flag, though.
Flag down on the field. Pass was complete. Let's sort this out.
Love that back shoulder throw right there, and Henry Jordan threw it perfectly to his brother.
Yeah, that's the thing that takes so much practice. We talked earlier about Carson Clark
Illegal
and
man
Brody
downfield
Glenn,
against the
and that
Saints.
we use that play a lot. Back shoulder throw. It looks like they have the same type of connection here. Probably practice that thing 1,000 times.
So illegal man downfield called against the Saints will negate
Replay
that
third down from the
reception.
15-yard line.
So minus 5 yards and replay of the 3rd down. So from the Knights' 25-yard line. Max Jordan on the bottom of your screen. Shefferly in the backfield, offset right of Jordan. And another flag.
Flag down.
And this time it looks like defensive offside. As they're going to move it up 5 yards.
Encroachment against Knights.
Yeah, you wonder
We'll
if
give
they're
them 5
thinking
yards
right
back
now,
and
hey, let's run the
start
ball,
all
run
over.
some
3rd and
clock.
10.
We got the best kicker maybe in the state. Go up 3 scores here.
Well, I think they're having a little bit of fun here, having some success throwing the ball as well.
We've got another flag down.
Another flag thrown. Remember, folks, these two teams combined for 18 flags a year ago.
It's like a sideline warning.
172 penalties. Sideline warning this time against the Knights.
Sideline warning against the Knights.
Very important, though, for the referees to have control of the sideline. Coach, I've seen it where you got videographers and stuff too close to that sideline, and they'll get ran right over by a referee. Referee never sees it. You know, sometimes they're chasing after a play. They're expecting to have that 3-yard cushion there without any obstruction.
Yeah, it can be dangerous for the referee and anybody in that area because, like you said, they're not looking to they're watching the ball
Absolutely.
like they should.
So it will be 3rd down and 10. Ball placed back to the 20-yard line of the Knights. We do have Turner Dunbar in there along with Holly, Darius Holly, and the Taylor brothers.
3rd and 10.
So our 4D lineman front, which we've seen pretty much all game for the Knights. Trips to the top of your screen. A.J. Shefferly is the back. And Ale Taylor, the pocket just closes right there. Jaron Taylor getting the sack. Coach,
Good night, Jaron Taylor.
that
the
one
sack.
started right there with number 7. Ale Taylor coming off the edge.
Yeah, he's coming off the edge hard. I know earlier in the game they had
Ball
Dwenger had 3
27.
holding penalties, but how can you
Brings up
blame them
4th
when you had to
down.
block those guys? They're just fast off the edge.
Special getting
Now
around
for a
the
44-yard field goal.
offensive tackle, and that time he actually was blocked just using his length and his speed. So Nguyen going to settle in here. We are looking at a 44-yard field goal for the senior Lucas Nguyen, and that one going to miss. Oh, it's just inside the upright.
It's good.
Probably had another 10 yards at least.
Bishop Dwenger 24.
No
Bishop
doubt about
Luers,
that one right there.
7.
Take another look here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. The greatness, as Coach said, one of the best kickers in all the state. As that ball
Football alumni
just
who are playing
sneaks
on
in that
Saturdays
right
at
upright.
Shrine. Mickey Daring. They play Hope College tomorrow afternoon. At St. Francis is
A
traveling down to
53-yarder last
with
week,
Bishop
though.
Luers alumni football player Carson.
I mean, you just don't even see that attempted very often. And even with that 53-yarder, it looks like it could have been good from another 5
Your
yards.
Toledo Rockets, Nick Thompson and Isaac Zay.
Yeah, I couldn't
will
tell
be
there. I
playing
know
at
when he
Bowling
kicks
Green
on
next
turf, he does not
Saturday.
use a tee. I do not know if he used a tee there either. That's quite impressive.
Let's see if we can look at that one on the replay. Oh, yeah, it's just hard to see. Yeah, of course, you got the holder blocking that whole area. So time is ticking here. 4:19. Got to get something going. 3-possession game.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to get some reps with the quarterback on throwing the ball a little bit. They're going to need to do that at some point. See if they can't move the ball down the field, get some positive momentum at the end of the game here.
The Saints defense, a lot of these guys been playing together for 3 years now. As the sophomores are asked to do a lot, that's going to be another touchback for Lucas Nguyen.
Touchback. Knights will begin the series 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So 4:19, got the new scoreboard here at Luers Stadium, Coach, where we're synced up with the
Join us for
varsity
Bourbon
unit here.
and Bags Bingo on Saturday, October 11th at Bishop Luers. Come win some amazing designer purses and tasty bourbon prizes at this fun-filled
And
community
up
event.
next for Luers,
Enjoy
we'll be
catered
back
meal by
here
Halls and
at
10 rounds of bingo.
Knight Stadium
Doors
against
open at
Wayne before
5:30.
traveling to
Bingo begins at
Carroll
6:30.
to finish
We'll
off
see
the
you
season.
there.
Bishop Dwenger going to host Snyder and Southside to end the regular season. First down and 10. Johnson rolling to his right. Great pressure on the play by the defender, Christian Litzenberg.
Pass falls just
Ran a
short
little
of
flood route
Kelly.
there, got him out of the pocket.
Second
Just
down.
nobody open.
No, and, Northrop had a hard time finding anybody open. Once again, it had to be those quick hitters to Maddox Weil for them to get any completions in that game. The defensive backfield just seems ubiquous where there's guys everywhere. There
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be any holes.
No, I don't think there's a guy like, a lot of times I would look and say, who's the guy we could pick on, as an offensive coordinator, and I wouldn't know who to do that to against this Dwenger team.
Second down and 10, as you can see, Dougie Henry was making his way to the line of scrimmage. Now Houston Ellinger coming up, making the big stop on Brendan Gaither. That's Litzenberg also in on the stop as well for the Saints. You always love seeing some of the guys. Might be second on the two deep, coach, but in this situation, they get in there and they just shine.
Oh, yeah, getting the game this time when they're going to pass for the most part.
So third down and 8 here for the Knights. Once again, being pressure put on. That was Houston Ellinger swiping after it. Good job by the quarterback, Knox Johnson, holding on to the ball. And these guys are ball hawks, and you can see Houston Ellinger winding up on that play right there as he tried to swipe it away from the QB with his right arm.
Yeah, he did a great job of coming off the edge. I don't even think he was touched, and Knox had no chance. And when you get that chance, why not take a swipe and try to get a strip sack and make a big turnover there?
So that's going to bring up fourth down and about 15 for Bishop Luers. And we'll see if they're going to try maybe a pooch kick by the sophomore quarterback. At this point, every play is a good learning experience. No, they're going for the deep ball intended for Nieves. And once again, you're talking about timing with your wide receivers. It just doesn't seem like they're on the same page right now.
Turnover.
No, that takes some time to develop, and it's still early in the year, halfway through the year, maybe a little more than that.
First and 10 for Bishop Dwenger.
It's tough as a sophomore to get back there, but I have a feeling when they get into the playoffs here, coming just like Dwenger, I think both these teams have a chance to make a real long run in the playoffs.
Yep.
Now I know Dwenger has maybe one of the toughest sectionals in the state, and that'll be tough. But both these teams are set up to really make a long run in the playoffs.
Yeah, looking at Bishop Luers, some of the top teams, you got Ole Miss, who year in, year out just keep on getting it done there at Mississinawa. They are 6-0 currently on the season. Heritage at 4-2, Oak Hill at 3-3, Luers at 3-3. I mean,
Drops Kaufman.
you don't even really want to look at these overall records. You just look at the sectional. Luers always going to be in a good position, and Ole Miss seems like that's going to be the hardest competition right there. But Ole Miss traditionally likes to keep the ball on the ground, and once again, that just kind of feeds into Bishop Luers' strength as well.
Yeah, and I know they are 6-0, and I'm sure they're a solid team, but they just don't play the competition to get ready for the playoffs like Luers does.
Braden Migrant gets a hold of Jordan. As we're inside 2 minutes left to play in this game.
Brings up third and a long, long way.
Well, if you're looking at your PSM player of the game, there's a lot of different directions you can go for Bishop Dwenger. It really starts with the rushing attack here for the Saints. Colin Campbell, 41 yards rushing. A.J. Shefferly with 57. Thought Henry Jordan had a nice game as well. Colin Campbell in offset right of Jordan. Going to follow the lead block. Migrant in on the stop, along with the freshman, I believe
Short
that
game.
was Darius Holly.
Brings up 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down. And at this point in the game, both coaches are just happy to get out of this one injury-free. And the Saints picking up the win to improve to 5-2 and 4-1 on the season. It's been a good year for Bishop Dwenger. And you're right. I'm not seeing any kind of tee or anything like that down as it's a 45-yard attempt here for Lucas Nguyen. Just so automatic with it. That one, once again, just inside the right upright.
So smooth.
And it's almost like they were happy to settle for that one, Coach. But, yeah, with what you've seen so far from Bishop Dwenger, who do you feel like had their best game?
Man, that's tough to say. They're pretty balanced. I mean,
They really are.
Like you said, you could go with Shefferly. I was really impressed with Henry Jordan coming back from a little bit of a rough game against Northrop, bouncing back. Just being a distributor, high percentage throws, getting the ball where he needed to, no turnovers. When you don't turn the ball over as a quarterback, usually good things happen. Found his brother in the corner there for a touchdown.
Beautiful play right there. So, yeah, no, I agree with you. A lot of different ways you can go. Ultimately, a nice team win here for Dwenger. If you're Bishop Luers, not the outcome that you wanted, pretty much not the performance that you wanted. Hard to get the run game consistently going. Epperson had some really nice looks at it. That's for sure. It's just amazing how he can get to 0 to 60 real quick out there on the field.
Yeah, he is an explosive athlete that you got to get the ball to and get multiple touches in. And again, going back to the playoffs, you put him in against some of these schools in the playoffs, and you're going to see some huge games out of him in the playoffs.
Yeah, because everything you saw from the Bishop Luers offense here came against one of the best defenses that you're going to find in the northern part of the state.
Yeah, you got to keep that in mind. I mean, this is probably, I would say, the best defense in at least northeast Indiana. Luers is probably pretty close, but to see them fly to the ball like they do and as physical as they play, and again, that 3-3 stack, they kind of seem to master it. Great DBs on the back end. That's a tough team to move the ball on.
Yeah, no doubt, Coach. And when you look at their DBs, I mean, you're going 5'9" across the board with Houston Ellinger at 5'11", Nick O'Keefe at 5'11", but even though they're 5'9", they're a muscular 5'9", and like you said, the quicks are definitely there, and you can tell the camaraderie of these guys just seem to know where each other are on the field, which is huge.
Yeah, a lot of experience back there. You're looking, the whole defense is seniors or a few juniors, so they got the experience.
So once again, Knox out of the shotgun. Johnson looking for Mikhail Woodson.
Pass over the head of Woodson.
And it's gonna be fun to watch these young quarterbacks mature. Obviously, Coach, last year was one of the better freshman football teams that Dwenger has ever had. Or I'm sorry, that Luers has ever had.
Yes, undefeated.
Dominated too.
Dominated throughout. Both Knox Johnson and Tommy Riker, both those kids, you can see their arm strength. Earlier he threw the ball 50 yards, and it was no problem.
Right.
Both those guys have really good arms. They're both great kids. I know main thing as a quarterback, you got to really work hard. If you're a hard worker and you listen, you can have really good things happen, and both these kids have that trait.
Handoff goes to Epperson, and once again, there's just not a whole lot of room to run as he's able to wiggle free for a gain of about 3 yards, and that is going to do it on today's game. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us. I know we got to get through a lot of the finalities there towards the end, but Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the season here at Luers Field.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Absolutely. Well, that's the old ball coach, Jeff Stansky, the offensive coordinator here at Bishop Luers for many years. And this one, it's Dwenger winning it 27-7. 2 big field goals from Lucas Nguyen, both of them from over 40 yards. Just tack it on to the greatness that is Lucas Nguyen, one of the better performers that you're going to find in this area. Great job by the Bishop Dwenger run game, both Shefferly and Colin Campbell. And we saw the pass game getting going a little bit more as Henry Jordan completing 7 of 11 of his passes for 67 yards with that touchdown pass to Max Jordan, which was a thing of beauty over there on the sideline. Folks, my name's Jeff Mahoney. We are working with the Bishop Luers media crew here on camera. Until next time, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. And thanks so much for joining us here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Jump out the